Hi viewers, good to see you once again. It's Louis Das from English Easy Louis channel. Wishing you well. I hope you are all doing fine by the grace of God. And I wish and everyone enjoy good health wherever you are, whatever the position you are in, jobs that you do, or engage yourself in various possible means of living. So in this video I thought I could help you with few tips of improving the standard of English, especially in speaking. As I had already mentioned to you, every now and then I said I would share with you my points of view with regard to spoken English. So this video is going to be of that nature. You may have heard or you may have listened to people, great dignitaries about spoken English, various tips or guidance, advice may have heard. But this is my simple way of helping you to understand and try to improve how to improve the standard of English, especially when we want to improve in our spoken language. I am going to discuss with you about 3 tips. This is what is known as tips for improving or to become fluent in spoken English. I am going to discuss with you 3 tips. Now I will talk to you and share with you what are those 3 tips, and under which we will just go by examples or maybe having practical dialogue like thing, then we will see how far we could go. So let's go to the video, guys. Those who are viewing my channel for the first time, click the bell icon and subscribe and increase the viewers. Good to see you once again. So let's go to the video. Tips to improve the standard of English. What are the 3 tips I am just talking about? This is to improve our spoken English. So I will write the word tip in this order: T, I and P. Tip. So I would say T stands for think. T stands for think, and I stands for imitate. I stands for imitate. P stands for practice. Okay? P stands for practice. So these are the 3 tips I have decided to discuss with you and help you to improve the standard of English. See how far we can go. So when we talk about these 3 tips, thinking, imitating and practicing, I would say that I am 100% sure we can become very, very fluent in English. Now when I say think, what are you going to think actually? What are you going to think? My first advice could be, or my first help would be, think of great personalities. Think of great personalities. There are so many great personalities you can think in the world. Wherever you are, you can think of all the great personalities. Maybe let me quote a few examples. Great personalities like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Abraham Lincoln, the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Kamarajar, for example, Netaji Subash Chandra Bose, and all those who sacrificed their lives for the welfare of our nation. So these are few of the great personalities. But when I told you about Abraham Lincoln, of course, we know how he was. Before Abraham Lincoln, there was great President John F. Kennedy. So all those great people. Just think of them and go and read quotations, go and read the life story, go and read the experiences that they faced in their lives. So when you go and read, we start to think. First of all, we need to think. And of course, you are advised to go and read all these informations about great personalities in English. And that we must be extremely careful. Okay? We must be extremely careful. And second thing I would advise is that great memories. Of course, great personalities. The second thing could be great memories. Memories, of course, you don't have to think of the great memories of the past of the few famous leaders. No, I'm just sharing with you, I'm just talking to you memories of your own life situations. The memories about which you were relished. You felt so happy. You felt so enlightened. You felt so elevated, excited. So think of those moments. Think of those moments. And ponder over them. And ponder over them. So these are the two techniques for the time being. I am just recommending you, I am just advising you to think under the heading think. The first tip that one can think of to improve the spoken English. See, great personalities. Now what do we do when we start thinking about these great personalities and memories? They will come back to our minds and we'll be thinking, we'll be recalling all those incidents that took place, memories, and in the lives of those great personalities. Okay, so think. And the second tips that I have written is here is to imitate. Now, what is to imitate? Imitate means nothing but you are acting as if somebody else. Maybe you can think of your own heroes and heroines and famous people. You may have, if you are a student, you may have acted monarch play. You would have acted like great personalities or great heroes. See, that is imitate means imitate somebody. Imitate again great personalities, great people. Great people, imitate personalities. See, and then you can imitate the interest of those people. Interest, imitate. Now, if you think of a person, like for example, say for example, our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. So what can you think of him? Or what can you imitate him? The life that he led, a simple life. Simple life. The words that he spoke, the sharings that he had in the midst of the people, among the people, when he went on walking along with them, talking and sharing his own views, how to make our nation free. See? Practice, imitate. See, second thing. imitate. And of course, there could be so many other ideas. So this is what I think for the time being. Whom to imitate? Whom to imitate? Imitate your own father, imitate your own mother, imitate your own teacher, imitate your own officers, and act like them, provided you don't speak ill of them. This is all for us to improve our standard of English. Think positively, think positively. And the last one is to practice. What is to practice? What is to practice? Practice the words that they spoke, the memories that we cherished in our life, and the people whom we adore or continue to adore in our life, imitating them. And let's speak the words spoken by them with our own words, with their action. You could think of different accents that we have in English. See, practice. For example, you can practice American accent. Okay? You can practice British accent. And you can practice Indian accent also. See, Indian accent. You can practice, excuse me, Indian accent also. Okay? American accent, how would you practice? You know, the technique that the people of America, they speak and they pronounce the words R very clearly. R very clearly. And as sound they will pronounce very nicely. As sound. When we talk about phonetics, as sound. We call father, they call father. Man. Oh. See? And the accent, the way that they communicate. There are certain slang words which the American people used to speak and communicate with the people. So use those slang words. British, if you are a British oriented English speaking person, you can think of the English speaking people. And recently they have also developed Indian English also. We have included a lot of words in the dictionary of Indian origin words and accent. So, like that you can practice. You can practice. So these are the 3 tips that I could give you today. And when we want to practice, to speak, to listen, first of all, before we start talking, or before we start conversing, you need to practice watching, listening, watching and listening. What do you watch? What can we watch? Watch the cricket commentaries, the running commentaries of cricket matches, football matches, Olympic games, in English, of course, in English. And there you will come across many people, many great people speaking with the different accents. The great people, the great persons who are giving the running commentary during the matches, live matches, there could be people from England, New Zealand, Australia, America, Bengal, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, South Africa, West Indies. And so when you watch matches live and hear the commentaries spoken by them, we actually have the great privilege of taking all those people's accents into our own and then start practicing them. You may watch the matches in your own native languages. So if you speak Tamil, you can watch the matches in Tamil. If you are a Sri Lankan, you can watch the matches in Sinhalese or other languages. But people, especially those who are non-English speaking, people who have English as the second language, what are we supposed to do? If we want to improve our English, spoken English, we must practice and listen to whatever is said in English. In English. Then watch movies. See, listen to running commentaries. See, so many ideas. Listen to running commentaries in English. Watch English movies. See, watch movies in English. Watch movies in English. When you watch movies in English, we will learn a lot of accent of different people from various nations. Watch movies in English. Listen to news in English. Listen to news in English. See, listen to news in English and start practicing them in your own accent. So listen to news in English. So think, imitate and practice. Don't you feel that all these things are possible for us if you are really interested in speaking in English? Can we do that? Now after looking at all these guidance or help, now how can this be done in our day-to-day life? We have to start utilizing them in our speaking. We have to start utilizing them in our speaking. Let me give an example. If you take great personalities, think you thought of a great personality like, see again I'll come back to Dr. Abdul Kalam. He had mixed and mingled himself with the students, especially in various schools. If you take a book by him, there are so many quotations that he spoke with the students, and there are so many tips that he had given or he gave. And books are published on his name or what he said, biography like. So you can use those words, use his sayings, slogans, different ways that he suggested for us to improve our life. So you can think of those writings. Persons like Mahatma Gandhi, our own great father of the nation, gather all his sayings, gather all the sayings of Mother Teresa, gather all the sayings of Subash Chandra Bose, Netaji Subash Chandra Bose, gather all the sayings of great personalities like. So, make use of all those words in our spoken language. Now, is this possible for us to go ahead with this? Certainly it is possible. So how can we practice speaking all those things? And basically, that's what if you remember, if you had watched my videos, I was sharing with you framing questions, answering them. So we need to know how to frame questions, how to answer the questions, imitating various people, and practicing what those people talked, what those people dialogued, what those people or those personalities spoke. So this is one of the ways that you can think of to improve the standard of English, standard of spoken English. You can become very fluent. So this is what I thought that would be helpful today in this video, to think about various possibilities with the help of these 3 tips: think, imitate and practice. So I think this would be enough for today. In my next video in spoken English, I would come with 2 or 3 examples. I would come with 2 or 3 examples. We'll just take a topic, or maybe life situation of a great personality, like people like that I just spoke with you, and we can practice, and I'll help you to understand how to frame a dialogue and how to go about speaking with them, speaking those words, speaking the sayings of those people. So by doing this kind of practices, by doing this kind of informations, gathering informations and utilizing them in our own life, certainly guys, wherever you are, whatever you do, you become great people, you become great speakers of English. There is no doubt about that, I guarantee you, 100%. Practice makes a person perfect. Ultimately it is practice that makes a person perfect. And especially for people or persons who want to improve to speak in English fluently, and speaking can be done only through speaking. So how can we speak? What to speak? Through taking certain topics and frame dialogues. Question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. So I'll help you to that in the next video. So for the time being, thank you for watching my video. Watch till the end. This could have been a more of informative video, but you could have learned a lot, I suppose. So till the end of my video, watch it, gather information, and if you want, you can get information from my previous videos. Go and watch them. On various topics I have released videos. See, all those things can be utilized in spoken language. But as a continuation of this, in my next video with regard to spoken English, I will come back with a practical example by going through and framing dialogues and speaking in the lives of people like great personalities. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, viewers. Click the bell icon and be happy wherever you are. God bless you. See you next time. Good. Thank you.